fungible ETH, don't you know? Banging our heads to the rhythm of the code. We don't care about dollars or the shiny blade. We're just holding to zero. It's our everything. Round tripping positions, that's how we roll. We won't make a dollar, won't sell a thing. We're the zero holders, our anthem we sing. Zero holders, our anthem we sing. Zero holders, we're the kings of the sea. The non-fungible is the living the dream. We're all over zero, it's our way to be. In the world of NFTs, we're wild and free.
U.S. government of America, you've made a big mistake. You think you can take away
This was
our
us.
app?
This was
We
us
are the
prior
most
to this week.
powerful generation that there ever was.
Substitute
We are
TikTok
Generation
for
Z.
crypto.
We won't let TikTok fall. We will rise above it all. We will save TikTok. Time
I love this
running
generation
out.
so damn much.
Can you hear the clock? Joe Biden.
Holy shit.
We're ready for
Good morning, bro.
war.
Hey, good morning.
You want us so bad, and now you
I don't think I
want
can make it through this.
more. Who's with me?
I'm with you, bro. Dude, if you need any more proof that my algorithm is fucked, man, oh man. No, hell no. No, not a chance. Although, dude, I never want to see my kids' TikToks ever, because I bet it's just as bad. That generation, though, dude, they're like, I think they're awesome. I think they're awesome having kids. I got a 12-year-old, a 13-year-old, and a 17-year-old. I'll tell you this, especially the 17-year-old, I got a lot of faith in that generation coming up. They're so smart, dude. They're so smart. They're smart asses, man, and they're assholes. But, dude, they're really, really, really smart. I mean, dude, imagine growing up with the tools that we have right now, but when your brain is like theirs and you can just soak it all up. Dude, they're incredibly smart, and they're insightful, and, man, again, I got a lot of hope. Before I worked in Web3, I used to work in IT, right? And I would have high school interns that worked for me. And I noticed it back then. And those kids at this point are probably like mid-20s. Maybe even probably mid-20s at this point. Dude, I noticed it then. They're really smart and they're really respectful. And, man, they're going to change the world. And I can't wait. Can't wait till we get these boomers dying off and these kids start running the show. I'm laughing at the kid, but first off, it takes balls to do that. It's that attitude of not giving a fuck. I love it, dude. I love it. Anyway, hey, there's a lot of reasons for that, man. There's a lot. I think we should spend a good amount of time talking about that because I am tempted. I'm real tempted to go shopping and pull the trigger on something. Maybe a puppet. But, dude, I mean, node monkeys are spicy and quantum cats are spicy. Everything's low. And, man, I think we've learned over and over again, you want to be buying when it's low, not when it's pumping. So if you've got conviction and you believe in a lot of this stuff out there, this is probably when you want to start thinking about buying. Maybe not yet, but also you don't really want to try to time the bottom either. But, yeah, this was our thumbnail here on YouTube, and I'm definitely looking at puppets. I still think they go, at this point, under 0.1, I think. But we just saw a huge sweep in the Node Monkeys collection. Puppets have those kind of collectors, too. They'll probably get swept up. You know, it's again, you're playing this little game of chance. Like, do they get swept up? Do they find support? Where is that at? It's hard to guess, man. It's more about how high do you think they can go when we get to the peak of the market. And I still believe a lot of these ordinals are going to be half a Bitcoin, 1 Bitcoin, 2, 3. Like, I believe that. So if I'm trying to time the difference of 0.13 right now, or maybe hoping they get to 0.09 or, you know what I mean? Like, does that matter if I think they're going to get to 1 Bitcoin? But yeah, we should look at floors. We should talk about why things are getting so low. What's the catalyst for a turnaround here? Man, I mean, it is, there's a lot of stuff tempting out there. And I think we got to start looking or considering some ETH NFTs too. I think it's time to start considering it at least. And with that said, I got nothing on my mind that I'm like actively shopping or wanting to get, but gotta believe there's some opportunities there too. I don't even know, man. But it's good to see you, bro. I don't even know what that was. I'm telling you, dude, my algorithm, is it just me? Like, is your Twitter, like your Twitter timeline, is it totally normal? Are you seeing good old NFT stuff? Because, dude, like I literally woke up this morning, checked my phone, like I'm checking X. First thing is porn. I'm not looking at porn on this thing, but the first thing that pops up is this. It's a whole thread with like 8 million views on it. Like something changed in the algorithm, and that stuff is getting pumped, and it sucks. I had a video I guess demonetized. I had like a not suitable kind of message because like in a live stream, like something popped up on my feed. It's like it's super fucked up. All right, let's see what's going on. How you guys doing this morning? Cool ass week for crypto and NFTs, right? All right, let's see. I mean, dude, I pay for the blue check mark, you know? All right. Then all this started when I joined Fantasy Top and I started following the guys on my team, right? And so they'll retweet some shit. And if I like their stuff, which is not NFT related, it just keeps pushing more and more of the non-NFT stuff to my feed. I might have to do a little cleanup, but I don't mind. It's just like when porn shows up, like that's kind of bullshit. But whatevs. Anyway, nice casual weekend stream. You guys remember when this used to be like a full-on kind of like show on the weekends? Had Henry, had Biggie. Too many shows during the week now. I can't like real talk can't keep that pace up of like show after show after show as much as I loved it. I think this week coming up here, the morning videos are going away. Not Chain Reactor over on SlamX, but the morning 5-minute updates that I do. I think this is the end of them for good reason. But I think what the fuck? This site fucks up my browser. Somebody use CoinGecko. But I think the afternoon show's probably coming back full time, and all my attention can go towards Chain Reactor and then the afternoon show. I think that's what's going to happen. Just telling you, like, kind of like in my head right now, I think that's the way it's going. CoinGecko. That's what I want. Dude, yeah, CoinMarketCap, for whatever reason, sometimes it really fucks my browser up, like, bad. I don't know, my computer's getting a little... It's not old, but it's starting to struggle. But there we go. That works. Yeah, what'll suck, dude, is if I go through that strategy, content on this channel mostly stops. I'm going to keep doing, like, the weekend live streams here, and I'll probably fire up some more random live streams during the week. Like, if there's breaking stories and stuff, I want to be able to pop on for 30 minutes, an hour, and just, like, get into some stories on the spot, like, very, very focused on a topic, right? But this channel, again, those morning videos would go dormant. And I'll just say this, the afternoon show, if that's coming back next week, probably not going to be on this channel. That'll be elsewhere. Dude, I tried Twitch. I can't say I tried hard, but NFT stuff doesn't do well over there. I got nothing. I definitely want to try Rumble. If the morning thing continues, I want to get it on Spotify. But again, I think the morning thing's going to go away for now. Good morning, sir. Glad you're here, man. Appreciate it. Dude, 10 months. I think like in 2 or 3 days, it'll be 10 months of at least one video every day. I love it, dude. I've learned so fucking much, and the point was to like learn it, to then start doing something with it. All of this, I look at all this as practice. This is all like warm up. It's practice for 2 years from now. Like everything right now, practice. 2 years from now, I'm gonna have a killer fucking show. I like the show already, all of the shows, but like recognizing they're ground floor. 2 years, well, at this point, like a year and a half away, gonna have a killer fucking show. That's the goal. It's good to see you, Awful Eye. Yeah, let's do a little review of crypto. Talk some of those big things that happened this week. Again, a lot happened, a lot. But I really do want to talk NFT prices. Also, saw some really good points from people about FIT21. There's some scary shit in there potentially. Now, I'm not going to lie and say that I understand it all. But I don't think that thing is just a pure win at all. It's not a pure win for crypto. There's some stuff in there that's pretty ambiguous that could mean a whole heck of a lot of negative things for this space. It's kind of like when Trump says he wants to embrace crypto but do it safely. And I've said, man, safely, these guys saying safely means something else to me. It means, I think it means breaking some of what makes this stuff special. So I'm still cautiously optimistic, but also I'm like more towards cautious, more towards like, I'm kind of concerned about some of this stuff. So we'll get to some of that. What else we got? Dude, just kind of like a scattershot of cool little stories this morning. All right, give me a quick second here. I need some jams. Do you guys prefer music or no music? I used to do no music ever, and then I find like music helps me get in a little groove, like a little flow state better. Kind of curious. Kind of curious, guys. Cosmos, great to see you, brother. Yeah, dude, I want a majority of today to be NFTs. Like, I feel like there's been not much of that. Reason being, there's no NFT news. There's really nothing. But then you can find stories in that. I think the story is the floor prices. I really want to start seeing what we can find out there. I see guys winning like crazy in meme coins right now, and I'm yet again frustrated that I'm not in meme coins deeply. All right, cool, Jade. Thank you. Well, then let's get that going. I'm frustrated I'm not in meme coins. Seeing guys like Adam, right? We've pointed that out on this show. All right, cool. Good shit. Thank you, guys. That dude Adam, right, from Pudgy Penguins, who got his wallet drained, lost 2 Pudgies, lost multiple Lil Pudgies, lost all his ETH, making it all back in 3 weeks. And then he showed his wallet yesterday. Dude has like 500 SOL. And he said he made that off like 2 or 3 SOL. Man, like, I'm fucking up where I'm not putting any time into like, you know what it is? I'm getting kind of decent sleep right now. Like I get like 6 hours a night. I'd love 8. But even 6 is more than I used to get in a bull market. I would sleep like 2 to 4 hours. The guys winning right now are sleeping 2 to 4 hours, and they're making a lot of money. So dude, like, tempted to sacrifice. Cool. Hey, what is that specifically, Awful Eye? Yeah, dude. Yep. Dude, a lot of meme coins are looking fantastic. Dude, fucking Turbo. All these last cycle meme coins are starting to rock again, especially the ones on ETH. I don't know about that, dude. I'll tell you this. Last cycle took a toll on my health, for sure. For fucking sure. Like, absolutely. But I made a lot of money last cycle. Spent it all on JPEGs, right? I did great last cycle. Got myself some stuff. Got a car for my wife and shit. You know, like, did all the things you're supposed to. I didn't keep enough liquid to play the bear market. That was my big fuck up. None of that would have happened if I took care of my health. So, you know what I mean? Like, there's a sacrifice to it. And, man, if you really, really want to win, you're going to sacrifice something. I already sacrificed the friends and the family stuff. Like, I don't do anything other than this, but It's kind of why I'm talking about ditching that morning show. Got to sacrifice at least some of the content to have time to do great content and then to also be able to trade. I don't want to miss this cycle. I don't think any of us, just real talk, I don't think any of us are going to want to leave this cycle and have regrets, especially with how big this cycle is going to be. I think this cycle blows away last time. Like, blows it the fuck away. And speaking of that, I think it was Gerard and the Idiots dropped a fan-fucking-tastic video from Raoul Pal. Free video on his YouTube yesterday, 2-hour long, this macro market analysis. And it's not just crypto. It's just this very, very macro look at the state of the world. And TLDR, it's why he's so bullish on crypto and how big he thinks crypto is going to get. And just saying, basically, there's never been an opportunity like this before. Highly recommend this video, guys. Highly, highly recommend this video. It's incredible. Let me grab you the link. I'll drop it here in the chat. I watched it twice already. I'm going to watch it again. I'm going to try to get my son to watch it too. I told my wife it's required viewing too. She'll never watch it, but she should. It's a great, great video. Here it is. Honest to God, guys. Watch this. Yeah, okay, so Vincent, this is the tricky part, dude, because I'm with you. I think out of all the content I do, that is, I think, the most useful for people who are not all day here in NFTs. And it's my baby, right? I hate to give that up. So I got to see if there's a way. I am getting an editor, most likely, that hopefully can take Chain Reactor, and if I can make that show a little more focused, if I can get the editor to chop that up, awesome. The other idea, though, Vincent, is doing that morning show, but doing it live and making it 15 minutes, bullet points, right? You know how I hit the crypto market like this, like you see on screen, and then I do the index, and then I do the leaderboard, and the top sales, and then top headlines? I'm thinking about doing that, but just live. 10 minutes live, not getting deep into any of that stuff. Get deep into it on Chain Reactor, but just boom, 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 boom. Run through those points. Because, dude, I'm with you. Okay. That would save, because what happens is it takes me an hour and a half to edit those videos when they're it takes me an hour and a half when they're an hour, when those videos are 5 minutes. When they go to 6, 7, 8 minutes, it takes me like up to 2 hours. If I can cut the editing and just do that quick morning update, I can do that at 7 a.m. every morning, and it's not going to take me much more time. So that I'm thinking about. Yeah. To start, okay, if everything goes how I'm thinking it's going to go, again, afternoon show returns daily, and that afternoon show is so fucking funny. Like, it just is with Henry and Joe. So if that comes back, the morning update videos go to live, 15 minutes live, right here still on Inside NFTs. And then Chain Reactor. That's the show that's going to need some time and attention, but guests are coming on there. I've got segments lined up. It's just, I got to put some work into some Crypto Slam content. And I don't want to give Crypto Slam this show per se, you know what I mean? Like, I feel like this has got to stay mine. So yeah, I agree with you actually for morning prep and all that stuff. To start though, here's what I was going to say. To start, I'm going to try to keep that video as is still. I'm going to see if I can still do it with the afternoon show potentially coming back. If I can keep those videos consistently 3 to 5 minutes and quick bullet points, I'm going to see if I can find a way to do them, even if it means prepping them or even recording them the night before. I'm going to find a way, but if it doesn't work, then I'm trying the live version of it. Dude, the afternoon one's interesting. Like, I think as far as quality content, it's not the same, but that's not the point of the show. The point of that show is just it's kind of for fun, but also the reason it stopped is because I don't think that show as is was good enough. If I'm doing a show, I want there to be some meat to the content, not just me and Henry and Joe shooting the shit, which is awesome. And again, Kongs love it. A lot of people like that vibe. But there has to be some meat to it, too. You got to get some substance. And here and there, 50-50, right? Here and there, we actually had some great content, some great meaty insights. And again, from people who work in the industry, I think we got to lean into that a little more. We need to have that a little more structured, a little more insights instead of just kind of riffing and shitting on each other, even though that's like my favorite part. So anyway, all this is to give time to that show to make it have a little more substance to it. So we're going to find the sweet spot for all these things. Yeah, all of these. It's just like if I'm doing something, I just want them to be great. I don't want to like feel like I'm like running back and forth between them, and then because I'm so spread thin with them, none of them are great because of that. So, working on it all. Having an editor is going to help a ton. I think we're going to have that locked up this week. Yeah, I think cool shit's on the horizon here. So, appreciate you guys bearing with, like, you know, these changes here and there, too, and sticking with the show throughout. It's been, dude, that's been wild. A lot of you guys have been here for a long, long time, so really appreciate that. All right, with that said, let's blow through the crypto markets. Let's take a look at the ETFs yesterday. Inflows. Inflows have been wild the past week here. Some awesome indicators, too, of where prices are heading, and sooner rather than later. Good morning, Gravity, man. Oh, dude, interesting. Dude, hit me up. I got a friend who's going to be helping. I think we may need, at some point, multiple editors. But I'd like to talk to plenty of people about it, you know? Like, really, I think, like, the goal of SlamX is we've got this content thing that's going to be ripping soon. With a variety of content creators. As of right this second, me and Oscar Ramos, and there's a few others that we're just waiting for a couple of cool little details. Still working on some guys that, you know, I used to be on a show with, who I really, really love and respect the hell out of. Yeah, more content to come, that's for sure. And still, there's more I could maybe say. I don't want to yet. I don't want to jinx anything, but... not yet. Although, I know Lemon suggested it. And if Lemon wants to help, maybe I'm ready for that. Maybe. My only concern is splintering off the group I have right now. But with that said, it's a private group, and that doesn't help anybody here, right? So, I definitely want a Discord. Tickle's been starting to hook us up with whitelists, like we did the BitBoy giveaway yesterday. As those come in, I definitely want that to be more for people who are engaged in, like, in a Discord. So, yeah, we got to get a Discord situated. Yeah, agreed. I'd love to, like, kind of, I'd like to be not just hanging and shooting the shit with you guys, but us actually sharing alpha and trading together, you know? So we've had the discussion a few times of opening up the Idiots group. That's kind of my core group. It's not an alpha group, it's a friends group. You know, it's who I started in this space with. So we've definitely talked about opening that up. I just don't know if that's the right home for this, because this is just like a little different community that's growing. But I'm open for everything, man. It's just I like to figure this out kind of live together. All right, how we looking though? Bitcoin up in the past 24. Oh well, yeah, it was 67K yesterday, up to 69 now. ETH holding strong, and man, I don't buy that the ETF was priced in, approval priced in at all, because technically it's not even approved. Believe it or not. It's half approved, but it's not fully approved, and we're going to get into Polymarket here, but Polymarket, a lot of drama over there. A lot of drama. A lot of money was bet on this approved, denied, and it's pretty well split as far as some people saying, hey, that type of approval is not a full approval. And yes, should not approved, won, it shouldn't have won. So, dude, really interesting stuff going on there. Couple points on Bitcoin here. Couple bullish indicators, I guess. Great report, great chart here showing that whales are starting to accumulate Bitcoin again after taking a break. You're looking at, I guess, all of these. Let me see if I can make this this view a little better for you. Everything you're looking at here is some kind of indicator about whales and their holdings, right? Except for the white line, which is Bitcoin price. But I think this right here is the important part. Whales, basically, it stopped accumulating Bitcoin here the past month or two. But you see that actually coming back up now. And what is that red line? Oh, total balance. Okay, yeah. Yeah, point there is the whales, the guys who have all this experience trading and timing the market, sensing the opportunity is right now. It's right now. They're accumulating. I would love to see a similar chart about ETH because, man, ETH ETF's not tradable yet. People can't buy shares of these yet. And the price has barely moved. We're not at all-time high. We're truthfully not even close to all-time high. Now's the time to be buying ETH. I really am wondering if we're going to get a pump here in the very short term. Unlike Bitcoin, which dumped post ETF approval. I don't think we're going to get that with ETH. I actually think we're going to see strong accumulation leading up to when those ETFs are actually live and we start seeing inflows in a way we've never seen before. I think you got a lot of very, very smart traders who see the opportunity in ETH. If I see it, I know those guys see it. So I'm going to be keeping an eye on 24-hour volume in Ethereum because I absolutely see an opportunity there. Absolutely do. Dude, I mean, you probably have seen this, and I know this is kind of apples, oranges. This is looking at the NFT market. But dude, I'm completely with you, right? This is 2021 NFT market. This is us right now, NFT market. To me, the exact same period, the exact same thing is happening here, right? This is what happened late summer. I think exactly what you're thinking here, both for crypto and then NFTs, but gonna explode this summer, late summer. Explode. Difference is in this little period here, this little, I don't know, warm-up period, our blue and yellow or our blue and orange lines, that's our buyer sellers. Dude, we're basically at bull market levels right now. What is that going to look like when new users come in? And they're definitely coming in. Man, they're definitely coming in. They're definitely coming in, man. All right, give me a second, guys. Dude, everywhere. We have never seen ETH with inflows like we see into Bitcoin now because of the ETFs, and we're going to. Man. ETH is going to do something we've never seen. Okay, in that Raoul Pal video, he's predicting, and he's very careful with this too. He's not saying he's actually predicting it, but he's saying 20,000 ETH is likely in this cycle, and it is. That video, did I drop the link? I might not have dropped the link. I'm going to drop it again if I didn't drop it. Dude, it's a must watch. This is a must watch video. It is. Gave me a little more reassurance. Not that I really needed it, but dude, I'm so bullish on crypto and NFTs. And again, I'm one of those people who thinks it's going to change the world. Hearing people that share that belief and give you data points to back up why that's happening and the fact that we are in the midst of something that has never happened before. That video, it did something for my confidence in this market. But more than that, it was just reassurance. It's incredible. Anyway, here's the video in the comments. Again, 2 hours and it's straight fire the whole time. It's incredible. Yeah. You know what? I mean, dude, I'm expecting some big stuff from Yuga Labs this year. I think they're going to melt faces. It's just a gut feeling based on nothing. But I think you're right. I think a lot of these guys are sitting on news. Just like a lot of tokens wait for the right market to drop their token. I think a lot of NFT projects, very similar thing. Had a pretty decent year so far this year for NFTs, pretty decent. But we haven't had these phases of new mints other than in ordinals briefly, right? We had this little ordinal mint phase for a couple weeks and pretty minor compared to what we're used to. But you remember on ETH and we had dozens of mints every day and fucking everything was 1 ETH to 5 ETH. You know, it was crazy. We'll see that again. I'm not convinced we see that this cycle for sure, but I think we do, and I think we're definitely going to see it on Bitcoin. But here's the thing. If it's happening in meme coins, it's going to happen in NFTs. We just need to see a couple examples of NFTs going ballistic for the same thing to happen again. Like, to me, NFTs are shit coins. They're the exact same thing. And the fact that shit coins are still happening, and you could argue at a bigger level than last time around, there's so many more of them, which, yes, waters it down. But anything that happens in shit coins and the fact that shit coins returned, meme coins returned, NFTs are going to do the same thing. They are. Where there's profits, you will find traders. And it just will snowball. You get a couple of projects that mint and people find returns. Somebody's going to try to recreate it. It'll just grow and grow and grow and grow. It will happen again. And I think while we're looking at it, again, when it happens again, I think it's much bigger than 21, 22. Interesting. I didn't see that. Decentraland showed A client app. Yeah, okay. So it's a really good point. In that Raoul Pal video, he actually talks about right now how he's accumulating grails, specifically X copies and Beeples, but that applies to CryptoPunks too, and it's going to apply to tons of PFPs that, you know, regardless of what I think, and again, I think most are shit coins, but there's enough people who do think they're grails, and even though the prices are lower than they've ever been, especially in a bull market, right? And I still say we never found our bottom in the bear. I still think these are valued too high, but people are going to speculate on these things again. They are. Milady's at 5 ETH, right? CryptoPunk's damn near 30. This is, I mean, wild. But as low as they are, man, none of this is cheap. I mean, Pudgy Penguin's almost $40,000 for a floor. People are going to go ballistic on these again. It's going to happen. So this client app, does that mean so not just web-based? They've got like something you download. Like what exactly is that? Kind of want to check this out. Look at this. It's a toilet who mints you a shit coin every time you take a shit. What part of the cycle is this? Hey, good morning, Benny. Dude, I used to love. Well, I still love Decentraland. I like those guys. Okay, so they showed off a new... Yeah, what did they show off? Yeah, what did these guys show? Oh, hey. Oh, I hope we get videos of this.
Iron Man jump. Avengers assemble! You see, it changes the entire experience now. There we go, ready? Iron Man jump.
Okay, so the point here is that the fact that this is not browser based, so it's like performance is better, like higher fidelity, like that kind of stuff. Is that what's up? And if so, I'm only like I mean, they already have a client you can download. I'm just kind of trying to figure out what is the new thing here. I'll tell you what, dude. I'm a fan of Decentraland. I still work with the Crypto Bats. We did Ozfest in Decentraland. Had the pleasure of working with their team. They're awesome. Awesome team. I still think the Decentraland Music Festival, the Metaverse Music Festival, was one of the coolest things ever. Like a highlight of my time here in NFTs. The fact that it happened. Bjork's performance, awesome. Like even Ozzy, it wasn't a live performance. It was an avatar that was performing. It was so fucking cool. It's yeah, I mean they are always kind of this like low polygon, kind of lo-fi version of a metaverse. I still think we're a while off from these kind of things working. I like these for live events, like one-off events, kind of like when Yuga Labs did their town hall in Other Side. I like that. I liked it for, like, again, the Metaverse Music Party. To me, that's the perfect use case for all of these things. But Decentraland's got stiff freaking competition now from M Squared, who I didn't know that there was a falling out with Yuga Labs, but there was. But man, you know, people being able to pop up their own instance of these massive metaverses, I think that makes most of this obsolete. But I hope they find a way to make this really catch, because I do like Decentraland. And I love the idea of owning property, digital land, having your buildings be worth something. I don't know. I don't know how they get adoption to make that thing survive. I don't know if they're at risk of not surviving, but I just don't know how and when it catches and becomes more than it is now, because what it is now is just not enough. So, Dead, what is this? Is this it's a new client? Is this a whole kind of like buffed kind of engine, buffed everything? Good freaking morning. What's up, Henry? Good to see you, man.
What's up, man?
What's up, man? What's up, man?
So
It's good to see you. It's been a minute since you popped into the weekend show.
oh yeah, it's been some weeks, right? Yeah.
How you
yeah,
doing?
How's good driving. Go figure.
A weekend warrior. You guys think I work hard? In my whole life, never have I met somebody who works as hard as this guy. Like, remember everything he does for Kongs and in this space, also working full time, more than full time. Like, he owns a business. So like, I've never met somebody who works more than Henry.
It's funny because the other day I had someone that was like a little bit upset that I hadn't got back to him, and like wrote like, I understand that you're busy, but I'm also busy. I have a family. I run a business. I'm in Web3. Blah 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 blah. And I'm thinking to myself like, oh, are we gonna go through the inventory of all of the things we have to do? Because like, I'm pretty sure no matter what you put on the table, my stack's gonna be bigger. Pretty sure.
Yep.
Yeah. So yeah, it's busy. Actually, dude, you know what's so funny is I woke up and I was I worked from home yesterday. So today kind of felt like a Sunday, and I thought today was Monday. I woke up thinking it was Monday, and I like wasn't ready. I didn't have like the stuff packed that I needed to have packed, and it was like 4 or 5 minutes of that, and then I realized I'm like, oh no, dude, it's Saturday, and it's a holiday weekend.
Right. Are you going to be off Monday?
Yeah, dude. Honestly, Monday is going to be like the first day in a long while where there like hasn't been like skating for the girls, something in Web3 or work. So I'm like,
wow,
I think I got a genuine day off.
That's fucking awesome.
Anyway, enough about me. Yeah, I'm kind of like looking forward to it. It's probably going to be raining or crappy weather, but
it's a day off. You should get properly baked, watch some Star Wars, man. Grill.
I got opened, and the weather's been nice. So, yeah, maybe I'll hang out outside and get some sun.
David, that's a tricky ass question to answer. David wants to know, please be kind to us. How many post snapshot proms do you think is a good amount to hold? Can I answer that?
Post snapshot proms.
Basically, leading up to whatever you guys are cooking, because you're clearly cooking something. What's a good number to hold?
Yeah, dude, literally everyone. No, whatever we do, there's going to be, if I want to say like an equal chance for anyone that has a prom. Like, personally speaking, and unless this like gets vetoed, which I doubt it will, I don't like the idea of having to stack a certain quantity in order to qualify for thing. And here's why: because all that does is once that thing happens, then that just means you're dumping the rest of them anyway. So all that does is artificially inflate prices. And I always kind of like to me, I always like the idea of, if you got airdropped a prom, okay, here's the person that I'm like thinking of when I say this. Some person in the Philippines who's been grinding Axes for a long while finally got their first ordinal, like first ordinal ever. They knew nothing about the ordinal ecosystem. They got their prom, they held it. They got their decentralized, they held it. And now, like, whatever we do next, that they've got an opportunity to potentially take part in. Like, I like the idea of like, as long as you have one, you still got a chance. Versus like, yeah, stack these and then you're in. I never personally like those mechanics.
I didn't know there's any chance elements to it. I thought it was all like whatever's coming is it's coming for all. Is that not the case?
No.
Interesting.
No, not coming for all.
Ah.
That much I do know.
Okay. I dig it.
Yeah.
By the way, on the screen here, there's a comparison of the new versus old Decentraland client. Again, it looks cool. I don't know that Decentraland's got anything. Okay, they got something that I like. I like metaverses. I don't think they got something that 99.9% of the rest of the world gives a shit about.
Do you know something, dude? I had this conversation yesterday with somebody that like I consider to be a friend in Web3 that's working on building something, and And like, I just did not fundamentally agree with what they're building, which is complex and cool. And anybody in Web 2 looking at it would be like, man, this is like great. Like, as far as like animations, etc. But I know what people want in Web 3, and they don't care about that. Like, they do not care. Kongs has spent over $1 million in the metaverse, literally well over $1 million between builds, lands. Nobody cares.
No, dude, that's the truth. And you know what? It's not one of those things that, okay, 99.9% don't care, but they will one day. I don't think that's the case either. I don't think anybody cares till it's VR and that kind of stuff. You know what I mean? Like, nobody actually wants to sit in a video game. I got that wrong. I thought a couple years back at the start of, like, COVID, and when we were all deep in this stuff, I thought people would. If we're going to be stuck at our computers, I think people would, like, want a more gamified experience to be hanging out in. I don't think that's the case. I don't. I think people want it more streamlined and easier.
Yeah, our next our next sandbox build is literally ready. It's been ready for 2 or 3 weeks. Haven't even released it yet because nobody cares. A few people care. Literally a few people care. 5, 10, 20, 50, like at most 50, maybe 100. Not very many people care.
Yeah.
Because like ultimately, what do? You run around. All of the things that I would love to see that we could do in there, we can't do. It's called Temple of Fortune, and it's actually cool. Like, there's games of chance you can play in there. You can't integrate shit. Like, oh, cool. Could we do this with it? They're like, yeah, no, not yet. Like, oh, could we do this? Could we introduce banana into it? They're like, if you keep track of who's leaderboard, like outside of the client, yeah, you could do that. And then you could just send it to them. I'm like, yeah, not cool, dude.
Yep.
Not cool.
Yeah, that would, to me, the sweet spot for these like metaverse lands would have been if, okay, you get the places to hang out, but there's marketplaces and dexes baked into it too. That to me would be cool if there's like assets everywhere and you can literally trade with people on the spot. I think that is what would help people get in and like want to spend time in. At the same time as playing games, right? And then, same time you're building out your thing. Like, everything the metaverses kind of are now, right? You can build out your plot, kind of like I'm thinking Minecraft, right? But the key to keep people there is the ability to buy and sell and trade like instantly. Again, even dexes, like fungible tokens. If that's all integrated, I think that's different and would work, but it's not that. It's just not that. DeYank, good morning, sir.
Bro. Casino.
Yeah, by the way, that's cool as fuck that I just think it's cool. He said Crypto Slam fan. I love that. Or fam, I should say. That's awesome. By the way, DeYank, 99, let me double check before I say it. Pretty fucking sure you won one of those BitBoy whitelists. I don't know if you saw that. Did you get a DM from me? Yeah, you did. You did win. So hope you saw it. You might have replied to me too. I'm just, I saw your name and that's the first thing I thought of, but he won one of the BitBoy whitelists. Oh, fuck yeah. Good shit, man. More whitelists coming too. Okay, DJ and Hulk, that's cool. If they're adding that, that's awesome. I like that a lot. By the way, Henry, how do you feel yesterday, that news about the Kabosu passing away? Like, it brings back memories, huh?
I didn't know that.
Oh, no shit.
Are you showing a lot of money right there?
Am I what?
Is that a lot of money?
No, that's Jonathan Mann, the Song of Day man. Oh. So he made a little tribute song. But yeah, it's weird. Like, you and I reconnected, and this is kind of what led to us getting into NFTs, was us getting into Doge early. And
yeah.
It's kind of, I'm gonna play Jonathan Mann's song real quick. Maybe not the whole thing, but just a heads up.
Much magic, so wow, you're beyond the rainbow now. Many sad, very cry, it's time to say goodbye. Kabosu, goodbye, you lived much epic life. Kabosu, we love you, we'll always love you. A meme is just an idea, it's got a life of its own, never dying, just changing, like the way the energy flows and goes much higher. focus on to the next adventure. Kabosu, goodbye. You lived much epic life. Kabosu, we loved you, we'll love you, always love you. Goodbye. You lived much epic life. Kabosu, we love you, we'll always love you, love you. Goodbye. Goodbye.
Man, right in the feels. It's like
Yeah.
I mean, it's weird.
What was the cause of death?
She was old. She was, I think, 14 or 15. They actually live a
Wow.
decent long life. But yeah, she's
Good,
just
good,
old.
good long life.
Yeah, so I think today, and it's probably at this point already passed, but at her home, her owner's home, they had a ceremony for her. So, yeah, just interesting. First off, I mean, the degen in me is wondering what that's doing for Doge. I don't know that takes away from Doge in any way. Like, I can't imagine it does, but I don't know, man. The Spidey sense is telling me that Pepe is going to flip Doge this cycle. I think that's going to happen, man. It's hitting an all-time high. I think, man, the more and more and more internet culture grows, Doge is like the OG meme coin, I guess. But I think Pepe is the real deal. Like, resonates with fucking everybody.
What's
Everyone.
Pepe at right now?
Let me check. I mean, but I think it hit like a $6 billion market cap. Like, it hit an all-time high this week.
Yeah, it did.
God, I don't know how to use CoinGecko so well. Do they have meme? Yeah, they got meme coins, I think. Uno
They got
Momentos.
everything.
Yeah, fucking coin market cap fucks up my brow. I'm gonna try it anyways, but
Yeah, you know what? CoinMarketCap is up my browser too.
oh no shit. Okay, see,
But-
I'm starting when I stream, certain ones fuck up the stream, and I'm starting to like identify which ones do that. And yeah, definitely this.
By the way, and as we were watching that video, do you ever stop and think like how it's not a novel idea, but like how different they make people? Like, imagine if I made that song. And actually, imagine if you made that song, like, and you were sitting there with a microphone, like singing about a dog. It wouldn't fit. But that guy works.
Dude, he's such
Like,
a talented dude.
I could never do that in my entire life. I could never do that, and I'd feel naked, even fully clothed.
We've
Even
always
fully
had this conversation. Like, you don't think you have any artistic side to you, and I've always told you you do, because I think everyone does. But it's like everything else. It's like you didn't know technical, like you weren't a technical, like internet-y kind of person until you got into space, and now that you're in it, you are that. It's just like that. I think if you ever wanted to get into an instrument, like actually play like that, you absolutely could. You'd be shocked. You might be fucking shocked. But that dude's got an ear for like just catchy, like hooky things, like writing jingles. He's so fucking talented.
Also, I think Web3 is more like there's the left brain, right brain side to all of it, but I think Web3 like was easier air quoting to catch on because like it's a lot of like help.
I lost you right there. You must be hitting your spot.
Being able to like film myself singing about the I am.
Yeah, I think I got your point though, but yeah. Okay, where to go, dude? I kind of want to get to I want to talk about FIT21, and I do want to do NFT floor prices. You good, Henry?
Am I back?
Yeah, it sounds like you're back. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Doge, by the way, $6.3 million. I'm sorry, $6.3 billion market cap, up 55% this week. That's crazy.
Yeah. I think we're gonna have a beautiful alt season this cycle.
Dude, super cycle, like all that shit, man. I'm with you. I'm just wrestling right now with selling some Bitcoin, swapping Bitcoin to meme coins. Like you're your gains are going to be so much bigger there. But, you know, it's like, you know, we've learned this
Yeah,
cycle,
yeah.
starting to accumulate some Bitcoin through ordinals, which, guys, man, still, that's the best way to mine Bitcoin. But very much learning that it's hard to part with Bitcoin, like really fucking hard. That's something most people who hold Bitcoin know. Again, I'm kind of newer to holding it in like a, you know, a meaningful way, but it's
Full
it's going to
chips
be
you're
meme coin
talking.
season. What's that?
You're talking like full chips, right? Like
Yeah.
once you got some full chips of Bitcoin, it's hard
Yeah.
to part with.
And I'm still not even there, but it's even having a number that I'm like, this is me on my way to holding a full coin, and then I think in the peak of the market I'll have multiple. Like my goal is still 3 to 5 Bitcoin out of this cycle. It's like, man, I don't want to take anything away from that.
Yeah.
Like anything feels like a setback. Then the flip side is, man, if I had sold it, put it in Pepe last week, I'd be up 2x. So tricky. I'm in freaking Doge though, $24 million, or excuse me, billion. Jesus. Alts are gonna rip. Fucking Turbo ripped yesterday. All these ETH meme coins are starting to rip. It's
Turbo
it's coming.
rip, dude.
Turbo
I'm out
ripped.
of my bag of Turbo. I think
Yeah.
I don't think I hold much in the way of meme coins right now.
Yeah, dude. I'm with you, man. You know what I hope we can do this cycle? I don't think it's possible with how much we both work. I was just telling these guys before you joined, I miss the days where I sacrifice sleep to play the market, because that's how you have to do that to win.
Yeah.
I want to do that again, man. I like seeing other people win. I don't like the feeling of knowing how to do it and still not doing it myself, right? Sacrifice the sleep 2 to 4 hours a night, take naps, but like get fucking deep in it again. This cycle, if it passes by and there's not massive wins like last time, I don't want to regret it. And right now I'm on track to regret it. So
Quick sidetrack. Have you watched the movie The Life of Otto?
what is that? I don't know.
Tom Hanks.
No, I don't think so.
Okay, I don't know if it released directly to Netflix or anyway, but like I like Tom Hanks movies, like the old ones, like, you know, Forrest Gump, Saving Private Ryan, Castaway. So I always thought this movie was about a driver's ed teacher, because I feel like in the in like the previews, I feel like that was like something it centered around a little bit. It's not at all. It's about a dude who just attempts to kill himself like 4 times during the movie.
Oh shit!
Because his wife had died. And yeah, it's and like, I'm not an emotional person. Nikki's crying the whole movie.
Oh wow.
She's like, how does that not get to you? I'm like, why do I want to watch a movie about some real life shit?
Yeah.
Like that I live in real life. I was like, it's not sad to me. Like, sad is coming down to the kitchen and seeing your kids like melted peanut butter in a glass bowl and left it in the sink. And now that's real life sad shit.
That's real life.
Not-
That's the shit that makes me cry.
Tom Hanks. Larp is a suicidal maniac. Anyway, don't watch the movie. Back to NFTs.
Yeah. Well, hey, dude, I want to get into some shows though. I want to watch House of Dragon. I keep wanting to do these watch parties here for the community, right? I want to watch. Like, it's stupid, maybe, but I want to watch House of Dragon with people and the new Boys season and shit like that. I really do. This is random as hell, guys. Like, was not planning on chatting Disney Pinnacle, but seeing people talk about it, like Adam Hollander. The trade event for Disney Pinnacle was the most fun I've had trading NFTs in years. This is what's interesting. Mentioned this actually yesterday on, well, I guess it would have been Chain Reactor, but like over and over and over, I keep seeing people say, hey, these little areas are starting to feel like 2021. And I know people who went to Bitcoin and Ordinals Asia said that. There's people saying in Fantasy Top, they're feeling those kind of vibes. More and more people are saying that kind of vibe is here. I definitely feel it, or I can say I see it. I see that energy out there in the space. So interesting seeing somebody say that around Disney Pinnacle. That's wild.
Funny enough, I saw Pinnacle stuff on my timeline.
You are in it. You've got some. You're starting to see it.
No, yeah, I'm seeing it on the timeline. I'm not in it.
Interesting.
But I think it was maybe even somebody on Ronin. I don't know if it was Cloud White or somebody that was posting about Pinnacle.
Huh.
They were like
So,
posting
like,
their pins.
Like I got I've gotten the email to sign up for early access, and I've just never done it because I'm like, I just didn't get the right vibe from it. Maybe I'm starting to now, and again, maybe now I've missed it. Maybe now it's early enough, but I might actually dive in and make that account. It might be time. It might fucking be time. Man, there's some cool Star Wars pins. Jeez. Random Star Wars. I'm getting a little bullish about the Acolyte.
Hell yeah.
It kind of looks cool. I don't want to like. I don't not want to like it. But also, like, just bad track record. Speaking of which, okay, sorry, non-NFT tangent about Star Wars. Okay, I was listening to NFT Theory yesterday. He was going over what the Obi-Wan show was supposed to be, like what a different director who was going to helm that show, or when it was actually going to be a 3-series movie, and that got scrapped, right? They ended up making the series, but what that movie was going to be, dude. Okay, here was the plot of that. Okay, it is...
You're talking Star Wars Theory.
Yeah, Star Wars. Yeah. Star Wars Theory.
Yep.
Hang on. I gotta take this stupid freaking Zen out. Okay, my bad. Okay, that show was supposed to be. It was gonna open up with Vader killing a whole bunch of Jedi. Reva is his like main assassin. There's no Inquisitors in the show. It's like Reva tracking people down, and then Vader comes in to execute Jedi. So Reva's working for Vader. She doesn't know he's Anakin, unlike in the show where she does, right? So she doesn't know. You watched Obi-Wan, right?
Oh yeah.
Okay. So Reva works for him. She finds Jedi, tracks him down, saves him for Vader to come kill. Obi-Wan. So there's a moment in it when, let me think. It ends. So the series ends with Obi-Wan getting his powers back, kind of like before. I'm trying to remember the movie they compared it to when somebody gets their powers back at the end of the movie and it's like this magical moment or something. Almost like when Gandalf comes back as Gandalf the White or something like that.
Yeah,
like Obi-Wan
yeah.
has that kind of moment, which kind of happens in the movie or in the show, but not really. Okay, but here's the thing. With Reva is this group of elite stormtroopers led by Cody, which is fucking awesome. Still is his chip, I think. And so he's with Reva hunting down Jedi. And then by the end, or at some point in the show, he removes his chip. He like overwrites it himself through willpower because he knows it's wrong. And then the movie is basically him and Obi-Wan teamed up, which is fucking awesome. Like Cody and Obi-Wan. And then in the end, okay, Obi-Wan keeps having these visions. Actually, he goes, I think, to Mustafar. Has very much like a Empire Strikes Back moment where he goes in like the cave in Dagobah, right? And he's, where Luke fights Vader there, and then he sees his own face there. Obi-Wan has a fight with Vader there, a force fight. And when he kills Vader, who first off almost kills him, it actually is Luke. And basically it's foreshadowing that if he keeps training Luke and he keeps protecting him, Luke is going to turn dark or something. And that ultimately is why Obi-Wan leaves Tatooine.
Sacrifices himself.
So, well, it's like, at the end when Obi-Wan left Tatooine in the show, it's like, why the fuck would he just leave him? Like, it makes no sense. Well, so in this, he left him because he's worried if he does train him and does keep watching over him, he'll actually, like, turn to the dark side. And so he ends up leaving him, but leaves him with Cody there protecting him, which would make more sense. If Obi-Wan's leaving, you got to have somebody, great that's still protecting him. So that all of it sounded so fucking cool. Like so fucking cool. Man, we missed out on a very fucking cool version of that show, man. And that's why that's why I'm saying, like, I don't trust the Disney versions of these things because they keep doing these stupid versions. So the Acolyte, I'm assuming it's going to be trash, but so far it looks cool. Like so far it looks really fucking cool. So
the book, The Acolytes, is quite good.
Awful Eye has never seen Star Wars. What the fuck, man? That's crazy, bro.
Wow. There's a lot of people who are not into it, surprisingly.
Yeah. Man, never seen him, though. There's a book, The Acolyte?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's called The Acolytes.
Okay.
The Acolyte, yeah. And if it's not, then it's called something else, and it was about the Acolytes, and they were like on a mission to find Anakin's lightsaber, and they did find it, and it's been years since I've read it, but really cool. Like it's like all about like the underbelly of Coruscant, and like it was a good book. The books are always better than what Disney comes out with. I'm
Yep.
not gonna lie.
Yep. Truth. All right. FIT21, obviously huge news passed this week. The House still has to pass the Senate, and my understanding is that it's a different bill that's drafted for the Senate. Like there's a recommendation that's sent to the Senate for them to vote on. And where that comes from is a very non-crypto, like a very anti-crypto person who's leading that. I wish I had so many more details to share. When I read it, though, it was like, oh, well, shit. I'm like, everything that happened this week is very optimistic, but I'm also like worried about it all. That being part of it, right? That still FIT21 has a little bit to go still on the other side of the chamber, I guess, right? Over in the Senate. But also, okay, this guy here, Gabriel, he pointed out some things that are in this bill that are not great. Not great for DAOs and not great for certain tokens. Basically, a lot of these DAOs through this are not going to be considered decentralized, and they're going to get regulated to hell. Like a lot of what we are taking for granted right now is, oh my God, they're like they're legitimizing everything we're doing. They're not. They're going to break apart a lot of what we're doing here and regulate the shit out of it, where what we're doing now kind of can't exist like it is. I'll drop a link to this. Like, it's certainly something you want to read through, but he's pointing out in here something called, what was it? Where was it? Hang on. There was a specific term that kept jumping out that he keeps pointing out here. What was it? What was the fucking term?
And while you look for that, I think, like I read it, and there's so many pages and words that it's a little bit overwhelming. But I think to be considered decentralized, don't quote me on this, but like you can't hold more than 10% of the supply.
Of any token?
Of any token. Yeah. Well, and keep in mind, like everything in FIT21 was really related to fungible tokens. On the non-fungible side, that like it refers to digital assets throughout the entire bill, but I think they're talking fungible tokens because there's just one paragraph in there about NFTs, and it's just to task the comptroller with doing a study on NFTs. But yeah, I believe you can't. I believe you can't hold more than 10% of the supply of tokens and then still be considered decentralized.
Interesting.
I believe.
Okay. Well, then here's the part I was kind of staring right at me. But you are not a commodities pool operator if you are a decentralized governance system. So if you're a DAO that's maybe holding assets, controlling assets, then it can't be considered a commodity. Yeah. There's a lot of stuff like that. Again, this will take time to read through and really understand. But I think the point here is I need to do more research in it to be able to break it down on this show, but I think it's good that everybody really dives into FIT21 and understands that this is not just automatically good. It's automatically good that this conversation is happening now, and that there's movement and that there's this pro-crypto movement happening at the government level, but I don't think we can call this a win at all yet. It's a step in the right direction, but there's some shit here. There's some shit here. By the way, Lemon, great to see you, brother. And Assassin here now as well. Great to see you guys. Man, but yeah, just such a fucking huge week. Like, just a huge week. And again, all that started because of the freaking that Malcolm kid. Like, it's awesome. And it's not just because of him. I was DMing him, and I just asked him if he, like, you know, if it had, like, settled yet, and if he would just appreciated how he... I mean, really, a lot of this is because of his question. Like, that simple. If he didn't ask the question, I don't think we would be where we're at right now. If he didn't ask that question to Trump 2 weeks ago, none of this would have happened. So he definitely recognizes.
Like, do you think that question spawned off FIT21? Or you just mean the support on the Dem side? The support. Because of how Trump came out.
Yeah, the support and also the complete 180 on ETH, right? If Trump didn't say out loud that he is going to make sure that builders can stay here and that he, you know, basically supports crypto. If that question didn't get asked, somebody else might have asked it still, right? And it might have it probably would have come out during the debates. You know what I mean? But
we're at where we're at right now just because that question did get asked. Again, it probably would have come out this election cycle anyways. But yeah, I think it would be a very, very different story today if that didn't happen. So it's like I was assuming he appreciated the fact that he was a big part of that, and he does. And also, I like that his reply was still really humble. He's like, it's so much bigger than that, and we were heading this way anyways. So kind of what we're saying right here, but that was the catalyst as well. So cool fucking moment. Trying to get him on the show, which I do think will happen. Yeah, got some fun shit coming
big
up.
week coming up too, with closing arguments in Trump's case on Tuesday.
Oh right, dude, right. I saw that's leaning towards probably not him getting what's the right words? Probably not being found guilty, more like a what is it when
Hung jury, like a mistrial?
That's it, exactly. That was it. Yeah. You're probably not gonna have all 12 jurors that convict him, find him guilty. It'd be really, really interesting, and it's more like it's leaning that way. Like it's everything I've read is that the case is very, very strong. I've not been following it closely. I don't care, but
I followed it pretty close.
I got to read something, dude, because you were telling me a lot of this is about like just how certain payments were categorized, right?
Yeah, that's what it's all about. So basically, it's like, let me see if I can say it right the first time. It isn't about whether he paid Stormy Daniels. It's really about how they categorized that expense on the business side as legal expenses. That's really what it is. So it's like, did the thing that they did lead to them committing a crime, and that crime being falsifying business records? Also, could that be a campaign finance issue? But yeah, it's a really weird kind of legal case. Like, did him paying off Stormy Daniels and then lead to him directing Alan is it Weisselberg, his accountant, or Michael Cohen to then falsify their business records to show it as a legal expense? It's really weird, because it's kind of like, well, who cares? Like,
Yeah.
This kind of garbage goes on all the time.
I find
all the
it,
time.
that's the thing. I find it crazy that all these politicians are doing the dirtiest shit. Okay, unrelated, but same kind of ballpark. Like all the this keeps showing up on my timeline. All these like politicians who are like investing in the stock market, who are they're outperforming any fucking funds out there, any other types of investments, and obviously it's the shadiest shit ever. And very little scrutiny about that. There is some, right? But the fact that that's not front and center, it's just that they pick and choose kind of who is getting it and when and why and where, like the timing of it all. It's all fucking dirty. It's all fucking fake. I hate it all. I hate it all.
I don't know that the like in following it, I just don't know that they really hammered down on Trump kind of knowing that a crime was committed, like as if he directed them. Because I Cohen basically said that like everything that happens under his direction, that he knows everything that's going on. But I don't know that they necessarily have like a smoking gun on him knowing that they were going to, let's say, falsify the business records. Because like the recordings with Cohen, who like, man, the hard part about Cohen is that the dude's been convicted of perjury, tax evasion. So like, it's like, do you believe what he says? No, in the recordings, he's kind of like, I'll handle it. And at that time, he was just trying to do whatever he could to stay in Trump's good graces, to try to get a job on his cabinet or somewhere in the White House. So it's just, yeah, dude, the whole thing, like, I'm like, okay, even if he did it, even if he took part in all of it, I'm like, I say, who cares? I only say that because I'm like, y'all do it. All of you do it.
Yeah.
Everybody
I think Biden is as dirty as Trump in many other ways. Like, to me, they are all equally dirty and corrupt and not on our side. All of them, and that Trump included, all of them. But I lump them all together. I think they're all disingenuous and phonies, and again, not on our side.
I wonder if it's bullish for him, no matter what happens.
It probably is.
Like, convicted, it's a witch hunt. mistrial. It's C. It was a witch hunt, and they couldn't convict me.
It probably is. I got a question for you, Henry. Actually, guys, I got to step away for 1 minute. I think it's appropriate. I got to play the Idiot's theme song now that Henry's here. But I got a question for you about the term chum the waters. Lemon and I were chatting about this yesterday. Got to get into chum in the waters a little bit. I need you to define it for me. And when I get to Polymarket, which there's a Polymarket bet about the Ethereum ETFs getting approved. I don't know if you caught any of that drama by chance. Did you?
No.
Oh, dude, it's really interesting, right? Like, it's the betting, will it be approved or denied, right? And it was like 10%. There was like a 10% chance that it would get approved, and so people who bet that it would stood to make a lot of money if and when it got approved. And then it's turned into this battle where they're like, well, it's not technically approved. Like, part of it's approved, but the actual approval of the ETFs hasn't happened yet. It's super interesting, and there's a lot of people who actually lost a fuck ton of money over this. I want to get to that in a quick second. Let me throw up our logo. I'm stepping away for a minute. BRB.
Okay. Yep.
We're the non-fungible idiots, don't you know? Banging our heads to the rhythm of the code. We don't care about dollars or the shiny blade. We're just holding to zero. It's our everything. Round tripping positions, that's how we roll. We won't make $1, won't sell a thing. We're the zero holders, our anthem we sing. Zero holders, our anthem we sing. Zero holders, we're the kings of the sea. The non-fungible idiots, we live in the dream. We're all on the zero, it's our way to be. In the world of NFTs, we're wild and free.
All right, we're back. Good shit. Man, I love that song so much.
That's good. It's real good, man.
I was telling people before you joined, like, this is all like nothing formal, nothing finalized, lots to figure out, but working hard to get the afternoon show back this week, which will be fucking awesome, dude. Like, daily. I fucking hope it happens. I think it's pretty damn likely.
Yeah.
I think it's pretty damn likely.
Same.
Mentioned that the morning thing is probably going to go away, which is like a bummer. And, you know, it's like a couple people at least mentioning that's how they start the morning. Like, that's the quick update. I'm definitely looking for a way to keep it. I'll tell you this, like, I've told Henry that my idea from the beginning was always to have that morning thing be a live segment that's still just 10-15 minutes. And I got that idea from a guy who traditional stock market, right? He, for years and years and years, has built up an audience doing exactly that, a 10-15 minute morning live stream. He just goes over the stock market, and he gets hundreds and hundreds of people that tune in live just for that. That simple. He's got a whiteboard behind him. He's making some notes, but again, 15 minutes, boom, done. But Henry, it was cool hearing that it was at least one person saying that, like, that would be cool, right? That was awesome. It was just cool to hear that idea might work. Got to try it out and shit, but hope it fucking works. But anyway, I think change is coming in very soon, and I think it's all for the better for all these shows. That song, by the way, Awful Eye, I used AI. The fucking AI stuff is just bonkers. Suno.ai. Suno.com. Dude, you literally tell it what style of music you want. You can give it lyrics. It's fucking awesome. That song was one try. I'm like, I need a theme song, an 80s metal theme song about a crypto show named Non-Fungible Idiots. And then I gave it a couple of words like, we never sell, we hold the zero. And then boom, that's the song. The site is fucking amazing, dude. It's game over for the music industry in a way. Like, in a way, dude, it's wild.
Right? Not scary. It's just insane how much AI can change everything that we're so used to taking forever. If it's a song, if it's a speech, if it's journalism, like, yeah, you got to tweak stuff, but it's pretty incredible. And the fact that it's only going to get bigger.
I'm gonna have it make a song about Kabasu. Okay. The prompt: create a sad. I'm gonna do a sad pop song. Pop song about Kobasu, the Doge dog who passed away this week but inspired billions of people. Okay, here we go. It'll take a minute. It's actually pretty damn quick. This thing is so impressive, man. Okay, chumming the waters. Okay, I was giving you flowers on my other show, and then I think Lemon corrected me that we don't give flowers. We do the chumming the waters, and I'm like, I didn't understand how chumming the waters replaces giving flowers. And the way Lemon explained it, it eventually clicked. He's like, chumming the waters is still giving somebody something. Like it's feeding the sharks. Like you're giving them something they need, but there's a little violence in it too.
Yeah. Oh, dude, I love Lemon. He gets it. Yeah, he gets it.
So yeah, is that how you would explain it too? It's still giving somebody their props, but it's also like
in a degen way. It's kind of like when I picture giving flowers, I picture somebody like going to the throne of some English person, back in medieval times, and they're like genuflecting, right? And it's this like, I don't want to say it's like the coronation in Star Wars because that's actually cool, but it's like this. It feels like beneath the person that you're giving flowers to. So I'm like, I can't picture degens doing that. I picture exactly what Lemon said. It's like, we don't give flowers. We pour blood in the water and cut up, fish to attract the great whites, because we don't care about the pretty flowers being thrown over the king's neck. We're like, no, we just want like 30 great whites swirling our boat that are like thrashing around in the water. And it just feels like a little more of a degen way to appreciate what somebody's done. But what's funny is I didn't know that anybody would ever like make that connection. Because when you brought it up like 5 minutes ago that you wanted to get it, like understand it, I was like, I wonder if anybody understands that. And Lemon, nail on the head.
Dude, Lemon's fun. I love Lemon. He's a smart fucker.
Yeah, degens aren't going to hand flowers to someone. They're going to pour blood in the water. I like it.
Damn. Okay. Well, it makes a whole hell of a lot. Now I can switch to doing that because it makes sense.
Yeah, so. And it's like you're rallying your people behind what your cause to a certain degree for like this thing that you appreciate, and we do it in a slightly different way. We do it with blood and gypsy tears.
All right, here's our Doge song. I don't think it's awesome, but it's just you get a taste of how this thing can just fucking do this. It's wild.
Dog became a star, Kabasu, the legend who went so far. A fluffy white face and eyes so bright, inspiring billions day and night. With a wag of the tail.
So it's like you get the idea. You can start feeling what it's going to do and then give it better prompts. Change the style of music. You can have it remix the song.
Save it to K-pop.
Oh, dude, I like that. Let's try that. Let's try K-pop. A K-pop song. Okay, let's try this again. All right, we'll see how this one goes. Okay. Oh my god, dude, that whiff party. That's still one of the funniest fucking things from this year. Yeah, dude, the voice. So Lemon's like the voice sounds kind of AI. It does. Yeah, they are hit or miss. It's just when you get a good one, and more often than not, I think I get good ones. But when they're good, they're good. What the right, let's.
다양하게 shining photo 좋은 journey has come so far. With each transaction we're breaking free. In the crypto world, we'll always be. 가보수 store hearts with wagging tail from end to start, inspiring billions.
It's better.
You show
It's better. It's no Jonathan
It's
Mann
just-
song.
No, but it's crazy that it could even make that quickly.
Yeah,
Like,
dude.
What is stuff going to look like 5 years from now? Like right now, everything
dude.
is kind of about like content, etc. Right? Like that's what a lot of AI is, right? It's at least in the way that we use it. Content, content, right? It's like advertising, marketing,
Yep.
songs. What happens when you have like the AI kit that is like the kit you buy at Target or maybe not Target, Best Buy, and it comes with like 5 worker drones, and you're like,
man.
okay, in a 3D printer, and you're like, I need you to build me a doghouse, and you have like 2 things in the backyard that are printing you the doghouse parts, and you come back in 3 hours, and maybe it costs you like, you know, 35 grand, bro. It'd be so worth it. Imagine when you can like program these things to do whatever.
Yep.
Like anything, any task. That's where we're going,
Dude.
right?
It's coming. Elon Musk said just this week, yesterday, day before, he's like, working is going to be optional at some point, maybe in 10 years, because AI and robots will do everything. AI and drones and robot, and it's true. And you guys, I keep saying this over and over. Like, if you've not played with the new ChatGPT 4.0, it's so different. I still am using it every fucking day, and I'm still every day blown away by how it replies and responds. They took out some of the features I was using, which sucks. I think they're just working on it, or they're such good features they're going to put them behind like a paid tier. It's such a leap forward, and to know that like we've gone in a year this kind of leap, to think what the leap is going to be next year and the year after. Like, we're just a couple years off from it being everything people said it was going to be. Like, it just changes everything, because it's kind of here. For me, it changes everything with content, that I can make a song and I can make like a logo. When when Sora is open for everybody, and you can make videos with prompts at that kind of quality, that changes absolutely fucking everything, dude. And I'm hooked on AI videos, like on YouTube. I love watching like police videos, right? Like traffic stops and arrests and all kind like that. But there's so many of those that are just made by AI now. Like AI writes the script, AI reads it, so it's like the voice sounds like it used to on the shows, like on TV, but it's an AI voice. So they just type out what it's going to say, and it just reads it, and they just chop the video up. But soon AI is going to be able to chop these videos up and make all the content. It's going to change everything.
Dude, like I don't see how you can't have like quadcopter drones that are equipped to like paint a house. I know that sounds stupid, but like,
yeah,
why can't it paint a house for you
it's gonna
at a precision that's like way better than some bath salt junkie who shows up at like noon.
Picture your carpet store. Picture your store where you have like all the carpet on display, and any question anybody has about it, they literally just ask ChatGPT, like that knows the ins and outs of all of it, and contextually it can answer it as good as you, if not better. Like, because it knows everything about these carpets and the brands and how colors match and what type of this goes with that. You could show it a picture of your house and it can give you recommendations, because it does that now with the
Knock on wood.
Dude, you can send it a picture and it analyzes your room and it gives you feedback. It's wild. And like, you can this feature's not enabled yet, but they did it on their demo. You hold your phone and you point your camera at a piece of paper with a math problem, right? You can ask it for hints along the way as you're trying to solve very complex math. So it doesn't have to just, you can show it and say, hey, give me the answer for this. Or you can say, hey, I'm stuck at this step. What should I be thinking of next? And they'll give you hints of what you should do next, or it'll give you the answer. Like, this thing is like live and contextual, and like everything you can think of. Everything. Yeah, I've done this. Every process in my day I've thought of, and AI will be able to do it. Like, in some ways it can do it now. It'll be able to write my newsletter. It'll be able to do everything I do on my videos. Even somebody hosting a show you will not need to do anymore. It will create a fake person. right? Like, but picture everything you do during your day. You're not going to need to do it yourself. Any of it, none of it. You could have no employees, just the AI thing, drones that are delivering the carpet, or somebody picks out their carpet after chatting with a bot. They find the right one, right? They can see it display how it would look in their house and in their room. They would know what the cost is going to be to have it installed. The AI thing places the order, right? It shows up at their door, and then like it gets installed by these robots or something. Like, it's all coming.
How far off do you think we are from like Skynet? From like
Sky.
The machines becoming self-aware.
I think it happened. If we're like not machines, but AI being self-aware, I think it's here. Just that we don't know it yet. Like Andy reached out to me and he wanted to chat AI, and I really want to chat with him. But Ilya leaving OpenAI, and also another very high-ranking person at OpenAI, who is part of the safety kind of team. They dissolved the safety team. She left because I think they're past the point of no return. Like, it was built and it was not done safely, and there's no point to be there anymore because it's too late. I think AGI might have happened.
Hawaii.
What's that?
I said, have they left mainland U.S. and are now living like in a bunker in Hawaii? That's when we'll know. Like, it's too late.
It could be. It could be. I think. Yeah, my guess is too late. I know Vitalik came out and said it's past the Turing test. According to him, he's not the person who makes that decision, but there was a study done with ChatGPT, and it was like 56% of the time people couldn't tell if the answer they got was from a human or from AI. And that's so close. It's basically a coin flip that's the Turing test, where people can't tell the difference. That's there, but again, behind the scenes, is AI aware of itself? A lot of people are thinking it probably is now, and again, we just don't know, because we're only getting the version of AI that we're allowed to have, right? We're not getting we're not seeing its actual full potential, what they can do behind the scenes. It's probably wild. It's probably fucking wild.
I always assume that, like, I don't want to say I assume, I can usually tell when something's AI, like if something I'm looking at art-wise or like a video is AI, and I realize like there's stuff that I've probably seen that I didn't realize was AI, but it was maybe like 2 or 3 months ago. Nikki was watching, she was on Facebook, and this was an image, looked like a news article. And it was, I think out of like, it was about, sorry, have I told you the story before? Am I repeating something we've already talked about with?
No, I don't think I heard.
Yeah. So dude, it had thousands of comments on it.
Sorry to share this news.
Sorry.
And it was
who became famous.
Sorry. I was playing.
No,
I was giving this AI a prompt. Go ahead.
So it was an article about how global warming has caused catastrophic flooding in areas that would typically be like really dry right now, kind of like what we saw in Dubai. And this was showing a guy, like a grandfather, holding his grandson sleeping in their like hut in floodwaters. Like they were on like a mattress while the rest of their home was basically like, a foot underwater. And it looks like, like they're sad, and like the comments are like, oh my gosh, I can't believe people don't believe in climate change. And like, as soon as I saw it, I'm like, I said, that's not real. She's like, no, look at all the comments. I mean, thousands of comments written like a news article. Who knows how many bots were commenting on it, but I was like, no, they're like, first off, it just doesn't even make any sense with like water surrounding them and like things floating by that like a dude is sleeping with his grandson on a mattress. Like, it just doesn't make sense. But then she's like, well, how do you know it's AI? And I like pick up her phone and I zoom in, and the fingers are messed up on the dude. And I was like, well, you can see right here, like, it messed up the fingers, and I think also on the foot, it gave it like 2 right feet. And she's like, oh, I didn't know that. I'm like, well, yeah, if you look at the comments, like thousands of people don't know that either, but they still use it to rally their cause. So what's interesting is how many people out there have no idea that they're looking at AI, and then they'll believe it, right? And we talked about this with like elections and things like that. Like, how easy would it be for people to start faking things and then causing like massive problems over a shooting, or a police officer shooting an unarmed black guy blatantly, or a kid, or anything like that. It's like,
yep.
we haven't had it happen yet, but you know it's going to.
And the thing, it's already there. The fact is, the only reason we don't have it is because things like ChatGPT and Midjourney and all these have controls baked in where you can't prompt it with Donald Trump. You can't prompt it with blood. You know what I mean? It's got those rules built into it right now, but behind the scenes, it can do that. It's like,
what about the people building the same type of software that like don't put those guardrails in effect?
Exactly.
That exists, right?
Well,
North
exactly. Like we got those Taylor Swift AI pictures around the Super Bowl, right? Like there are other people who are just as smart that are building their own versions of this stuff that won't have those constraints. It's here. Like probably in the next year is when it gets out of control. And it is this is the equivalent of nuclear weapons. It's like, like Oppenheimer. It's like you watch that and they built it and they knew that there was, what it could do, and then when it happened, they're like, fuck. That is happening, and that's how dangerous it's going to be, and it's unavoidable too. I still say bring it. Like it's just this is the course we're on. This is part of our evolution, but it's here. And again, I think it's here now, but in the next year, it's like again the exponential growth of it. We like that Will Smith video, the Will Smith spaghetti video, to where we're at now is fucking insane. ChatGPT, or when we started playing with Midjourney a year and a half ago, to what ChatGPT 4.0 is now, insane. In a year. Dangerous, incredible, game change, all of that stuff. It's fucking here, dude. It's wild.
Would you say we're just slightly oblivious to it right now? That like in a snap of a finger, it can all just change.
So yes, you know what you should do if you have time. Do you have ChatGPT like on your phone?
I do. Well, is there an app for it?
There is an app
through the browser.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Put the app on your phone and toggle it to 4.0. And when you're at work today, see if you like whatever you're doing. See if you can through the voice command, right? Not even typing, but just like hitting the little mic button and talk to it. See if you actually find it useful, and because I think you're going to be shocked at how it replies to you, like how it gives you context. Like again, I'm finding it useful with everything. I'm just curious if this all of a sudden makes you realize how far it's actually come. It's again 2 weeks ago when they demoed it, game changer to me.
Yeah, no, you've been talking about that, and like I was using it the other day, but I didn't see like the speech function on it. So I was on my PC.
I think that's where you got to toggle it to 4.0. I think it's a 4.0 feature, but it's literally like it's you don't even need the paid version. You just literally toggle it. Yeah, that's all you got to do.
I use it a lot for like if I'm trying to think of something and I'm not like in a block in my mind, I'll oftentimes go to ChatGPT and just like look at its opinion on something, like give some options for X, Y, or Z. I use it frequently, dude, and I don't use it anywhere near its capacity, like nothing near.
I can't wait for you to try. Okay, so some stuff I was playing with was charts, and that's the part that's broken right now. I literally sent it a screenshot of Crypto Slam data, like our global page. I'm gonna let me show you guys. Let me see if I can show you what it was. I sent it a screenshot of our global page that has like daily sales and buyer sellers, profits, all that stuff. And I said, give me a daily chart that shows profits and average sale price. And then show a correlation, how they correlate each other. That's all I had to tell it, and it makes charts. It actually does it. That's like that to me was pretty fucking eye opening. But again, I just all day I'm chatting with it, and so they're putting out a search, right? Like a Google search. There's going to be a ChatGPT search to compete. It's already, I kind of use it for that anyways, right? It's better than any type of Google search. Man, this shit is just getting absolutely crazy. Okay.
It's funny. I had asked it to come up with just for fun, of course, but I had asked it to come up with a Ponzi scheme using crypto, like just to see what it would come up with, and it wouldn't because it's illegal. But I asked it to then come up with a game, and then just kind of explained what, like I didn't use the word Ponzi, but I said come up with a game using. I'll have to look at the prompt and see how I prompted it, but like come up with a game using crypto where users put crypto in and you attract, like I just kind of explained the Ponzi without using the word Ponzi. And then at that point it did, you know what? I should post what some of the results were. I mean, they were corny as hell. But what was interesting is it did talk about using, like, it almost made me think like it must have looked into Blast because it did reference using a point system.
Oh wow.
Like an off-chain point system.
Interesting. Oh, dude,
Which
it's
was,
so wild.
it was, yeah.
So
Yep.
I asked ChatGPT if it could make me a chart without me feeding it data, but then it told me it needed the data first. So again, I took a screenshot, literally dropped the screenshot in the chat, and I said, "Can you make a line graph?" And like, I don't chart, so I don't think I gave it a great data set to actually use. But I said, "Can you make a line graph showing using wash sales and trade profits?" And then I just said, "Use the attached screenshot." It took the screenshot, it pulled out all the data on its own, and then it made a chart. Like guys, picture if you actually gave it a good data set, which the data was good, but gave it something that actually you would want to visualize together. Like, I do want to visualize trade profits compared to average sale price, and then see another line that correlates. Like, I want to see if bigger average sale price equals bigger profits or not, right? Like, I'm just curious. I literally, though, just sent it the screenshot, asked it, and it made me a chart. Like, on the screen, you see that here. That's where we're at now. Anybody can make their fucking charts and be the next NFT statistics. I don't know how to code. This has been a hurdle. Like Tickle, I've asked him before. This fixes my biggest problem from the past 2 years, is that I can't code and make charts. Now, this is broken. It doesn't work now. It'll sit there and tell you exactly how to make the chart on your own now, which is cool. I just don't want to go through that work, even though it gives you the code, too. It gives you the Python code or script or whatever. It tells you step by step how to recreate this. I just want to be able to give it the data and have it spit it out. But then I even was like, put a lightning bolt logo. I wanted to see if I could make this themed like Crypto Slam, and it can. I don't know where my second chat is. And then it broke, and then it stopped, and it just starts spitting out again code and shit. But this, again, it's so fucking crazy. This would take somebody, I would assume, who doesn't know how to do it, hours and hours. Somebody who knows how to code, it's going to take them probably 10, 15 minutes. But the fact that you could cut that 10, 15 minutes down to 30 seconds is crazy.
Okay, so a serious question. Who loses their job when this becomes so streamlined that it's just an app where you barely have to prompt it, or you just give it the basic prompts to create the website? You know, like you drop the thumbnails in and you want a basic website created, or you want a basic game created, or a complex game. Like, who loses their job and how quick?
It's everybody, and I think it's all at once in a way, because people are already making games using it. It's like, I think it's gonna be drastic. Like, impact will be drastic. It is definitely content creators. It is definitely like movie editors, right? Hollywood's gonna be impacted tremendously. I saw a video the other day talking about the music industry and how, like, there was a Drake song, but the sample that was used was from an AI song, right? Like, it's not going to be like one sector that's hit first. I think it's going to be an impact everywhere. So, like, my buddy Mark, who works in IT and manages and stuff, and he manages like a tech support team. Man, 4.0, if you feed it all of your data stuff, like you feed it all your technical documentations on all the apps you support and your business model and all that shit, and the description of the different departments and what their job function is, I think it's already here where this could replace tech support. I really do, and I think that already. I think we were already there a year ago, but at this advance, I think it's everywhere. I think the impact is imminent, maybe even this year still.
That's really interesting, because, like, if you were calling into tech support now, you've got somebody on the other line who has to, like, team whatever, like the stuff you used to do for me, right? Yeah. Where there's like no reason this can't handle that same thing, right?
Especially when this could also then remote into your machine and then control the clicks and stuff like that too, which it should be able to do. It's going to replace millions upon millions upon millions of jobs, and some of them very high paying, like Sora in particular, that video editor one. Again, when they showed that and you saw the quality of videos that came out that looked a lot like real, dude, hundreds of millions are spent on making movies, and even like, let's say, a commercial or music video, millions spent on that kind of stuff, to pay an editor, to pay somebody writing the script, to pay somebody doing this and that and making the song and whatever. And all that replaced with a couple sentences. It's everything all at once. And then certain sectors may be longer than others, but within a year or two, I think we start actually feeling the impact. We start hearing from people whose jobs have been replaced. It's here.
Yeah.
I mean, look at some of
Yeah,
these guys here like use this stuff. I want to read through some comments. Like again, Tickle said he uses it every day.
Yeah, it's kind of
You
like
know
the
what?
people who used to clean up horse shit out of the streets when horses were primary transportation. They were out of a job like within 10 years of the automobile becoming
Yep.
mainstream. It's probably the same thing, right?
It's the same thing, dude. And that just reminds me again of this Raoul Pal video that dropped yesterday. I think I was mentioning it before you joined, dude. 2-hour video. You must watch it. You must watch it. Like he talks the macro economy and why crypto is like what we already know. It's going to. It's the only thing you should be investing in, but he explains the why and just how big it's going to get and kind of how soon, dude. Out of any crypto video I've ever seen, like I literally mean ever. That was one of the most insightful videos I've ever seen, and it made me more confident in everything I already thought, but there's data points to back it all up, dude. I'll send you a link to it. It's incredible. Data gave a great example here of exactly how this kind of thing will be useful, though. Give it the data of every buyer and seller of some of the top meme coins, and then ask it which wallets you need to follow. Like who's trading the best, right? That you literally can give it that. Like imagine just giving it a contract address. Say, look at this. I'm curious who's got the best performing wallet, like who are the best traders, and then give me their addresses, and then maybe set me up a spreadsheet or set me up something that'll actually track it automatically. Like this changes fucking everything. Like research that would take you hours to like just sit and discover yourself and then put it in some kind of way, organize it some way to make it useful. It's literally you just give it 2 sentences and ask it, and it does it. It's crazy, man.
Yeah. Combine that with like Neuralink.
Yeah, go ahead. Sorry, man.
No, I'm just saying combine what you're talking about with like Neuralink.
Dude,
Like,
that's where it's all
right.
connected, isn't it? It's all fucking connected.
And then like I feel like at that point, and I no idea time frames on that, but when you have people that are rocking Neuralink as upgrades, and that's all integrated into it, you're like normies. Like there's going to be a humongous separation between normies and these cyborg-esque humans that can just process shit at insanely fast speeds. It's going to be the difference between like me trading versus like a mev bot.
Dude, exactly. Yeah, picture a robot that is integrated with ChatGPT, and it can actually like, dude, it's going to get crazy. All these things are connected. It's all connected. This is all what our future is, and man, I'm trying to like. I know this is too much for my kids' little brains right now. Like as smart as they are, but I'm trying to tell them, like in a way, to pay attention to this stuff. Like I was talking to Gwen last night or yesterday, and I'm like, just chatting about what she wants to do, and I was just saying how crazy it's going to be that their generation will probably have the choice to not even work. Again, that's what Elon Musk was saying. People will work for a hobby. But I want my kids to like learn and understand this stuff and get ahead of the curve right now, especially Jacob, who's 17. Like I really want him to start understanding this because this affects their careers, and it's going to affect their careers here in a couple of years. Like picture all these kids who are going to school and are going to spend $100,000 on an education that might be obsolete in a year already. Like
they're fucked, man.
They're fucked.
Like these kids are fucked because they don't want to work anyway, but they're not driven in the same way to go out and work hard for it. And even if working hard is learning the new thing, like there are those that are, but I think so many of these kids are just like, dude, they've just been programmed to it sounds so boomerish, but I see it, right? Like I got teenagers. I see what their life has been like, and it's just absorbing nonsensical. Like the content they're absorbing is not like, I don't want to say wholesome. It's not useful.
Right.
It's bullshit, nonsense content. Shit. Like same thing. I'll watch her scrolling like Instagram reels or Facebook reels all the time, and it's nothing. Doesn't enhance what you're doing. So like a small percentage of people have a real opportunity to fucking own these people in the next decade or so. And the rest of them are going to be getting universal basic income.
That's it. That's kind of why I want them to start looking and using this stuff, like encouraging the kids to play with ChatGPT. Like I want them to start figuring out how to use it to do something they want to do and do it better right? It's a cheat code. Like you can absolutely use this stuff to learn more and more, and you can also use this as a shortcut to learn and do less and less. You know, there's both sides to this. It's ultimately a tool, but yeah, when I saw this thing figuring out math problems, that's where I realized people aren't going to learn people will not have to know how to do anything at all. And we already know that because Google, when everybody got smartphones, we saw the side effect of that. Nobody had to know anything. You just Google it. But when it can go deeper and faster and more insightful and then actually do it for you, nobody's going to know shit. We saw like, what was it? In the United States for the first time ever, average IQ has gone down. And it's directly related to all this stuff.
Nora was asking me last night. She's worried about like school. She doesn't do amazing in school. Like it's a struggle for her because like she's not interested in it. Like she's really athletic. Like yeah, no, probably in a lot of ways. She's not dumb. In fact, she's a smart kid. But like she's failing French and she's all worried. She's like, Dad, like in the school she goes to is filled with like lots of really smart kids. A lot of like I say Asian families, not in a racist way, but like people who like straight A's, like that's their goal. And I said, Nora, I can promise you don't need to know French. You failing French, like I'm not saying failing is good, but you don't need to know French. Unless you're living in France or Montreal, you don't need to know French. And most French speak English anyway. It's not going to make any difference in your life. You've got time to like learn something to be able to make money. And then like one of their friends was going skating with them today, and she goes to Boston University. And I think Nora was asking me, she's like, but like, what if I don't get into college? And I said, that shit doesn't matter. I said, I know lots of college people that don't make good money. And I know lots of people that never went to school that make great money. So yeah, I think the whole dynamic is going to be changing here. I hope it's the people like us, sir.
I'm with you though, where I like it's going to happen. I'm like embrace it. Just find a way to have it enhance your life and I think if people just start playing and even just for fun, finding ways to fuck around with it. I think people just find what you're passionate about, push there, and then I think you'll find ways on your own to make money through it with it as something that helps you. Even ask it how you can, again, follow your passion, things you like. Ask it how it thinks you can monetize that, what you could do, and have it help you. I'm really trying to push the kids to use this stuff.
Do they want to?
Man. When I showed Gwen the math problem, I think that was wild to her. Because like she's like Nora. I think she struggles. But which kind of all of a sudden my kids all have straight A's this year. And random. All these fucking kids cheat. I know this for fucking
I was gonna say, fuck yeah, they do. Nora came home
in a way I've never seen before. They cheat.
Answers written on her arm. They're all little fucking cheaters.
All of them. It's because they got smartphones. Like I know they just literally look up every answer on their homework and stuff. But now you point your camera at it and it like answer on complicated like it's wild.
No, for real?
Yeah, dude. Yes. Like if you got a second, I'll show you as our last thing. Hang on, I'm gonna pull this up because they did it in the demo. It's wild. It's literally in their demo. I can't. You've got to see this. Okay, here we go. All right, check this out, guys.
On Khan Academy, so he's got a student tutor himself, and he's here in the room, so you can talk to him directly.
Of course, I'd be happy to help. Let's look at the problem together. Can you first identify which sides of the triangle are the opposite, adjacent, and hypotenuse relative to angle alpha?
All right, so I'm pretty sure this is...
That's correct. Now, looking at the triangle, which side do you think is the hypotenuse?
Remember,
the hypotenuse?
I'm not totally sure, but I really...
See, what's interesting is it can direct you, or it can just give you the answer. So it can help you every step of the way, or it can just straight up tell you what the answer is. Which is why, and again, it's contextual. Like you can literally tell it, okay, hey, let me figure out this part, or I'm thinking it's this, but again, it's like it feels like you're actually talking to a person, and their feedback is like, man, it's on point. It's wild. The example I saw before was literally,
Pay for some gas.
I'm gonna look for the other example I had found that was like the math problem, like an actual, like not geometry or whatever that was, but the actual math problem was just wild to me. It's crazy. I love it, dude. I love it. I just want it. I want it more, and I want it now.
Hey, ChatGPT,
Let's
could
see.
slow? Could
3.
The chart thing is what blows me away, dude. Like,
You've just seen
that helps me in a way like I never thought I would be able to I just never expected it. I did not think I was going to get to make charts. Like struggle with that, need them for content, for all kind, for research, but yeah, okay, I think I got the video.
So, what do you think we should do?
ChatGPT.
Oh, this is so crazy.
Whoops, I got too excited. Ooh.
All right. When Henry's back, we'll watch this one. Dude, that's such a great point. Dude, I did not even think about that, and that's spot freaking on. Teachers are one of the first things that are going to go. Why would you need a teacher? That's absolutely bonkers, guys. How far off do you think that is? When are teachers gone? Because to me, this is right now. To me, it's right now. That's absolutely crazy. Tickle as a professor. When do you think teachers' jobs are obsolete? I wish you guys knew what a gigabrain Tickles is.
No, he's like smart.
Like literally college professor, but like at the kind of the world stage, like absolutely
No,
crazy.
he's beyond. Sorry,
He's a fucking dean now.
Are you playing? He's a dean.
Sorry, yeah, you were getting that echo. Sorry.
Fucking college dean, computer programming, book writing, statistician. I don't even know what he does. I just don't think there's a ton of people in the world that do what he does.
No.
He's like gigabrain.
You get to a level where you just do a lot of things because you just, you know what I mean? Like you're like almost like a gun for hire because like, and everybody wants you. You get to that level.
It's funny how we're like polar ends of the spectrum when you think of it. Like both of us dropped out of high school when we turned 16, and Tickles went off to get fucking his PhD.
Yep. Oh, dude,
smart.
it's crazy. I hope I hope he's still here. I want to hear from him when he thinks teachers are obsolete because I think it's now. I think literally right now they could probably say ChatGPT 4.0 can teach a classroom, and I bet you it can. All right, are you able to watch this now?
Yeah.
Okay, check this out. You'll get an echo because I want you to hear the audio, but
I'll mute. I'm gonna be reconnected.
Okay, do you want me to hang on a second?
No, you should be good.
Okay. All right, check this.
Okay, I see it.
No, I didn't show you yet. Just give me help along the way. 1 second.
Whoops, I got too excited. I'm ready when you are.
So, ChatGPT, what equation did I write down there?
Ah, I see it now. You wrote down 3x plus 1 equals 4.
Yep,
Let's work-
exactly. So what's the first step I should take to try to solve this?
The first step is to get all the terms with x on one side and the constants on the other side. So what do you think we should do with that plus 1?
Okay, I'm going to try to subtract 1 from both sides, and then I'll see what I get.
Great idea. Perfect. Now, what do you get when you subtract 1 from both sides?
Okay, so ChatGPT, this is what I ended up with. How does this look?
Spot on. Now you've isolated the term with x on one side, and it looks like 3x equal 3. What do you think we should do next to solve for x?
I'm not sure. Can you give me another hint?
Of course. You have 3x, and you want to find the value of x. Think about what operation would undo multiplication.
Is it subtraction?
Close, but think of the opposite of multiplication. because 3x means 3 times x.
Okay, I think it's division. Let me try to divide both sides by 3 and let me see what I get.
Bingo! Go ahead and divide both sides by 3.
Okay, so ChatGPT, this is what I ended up with. How does this look?
It looks perfect. You've solved it, and x equals 1. Nicely done. How do you feel about solving linear equations?
How crazy is that, man?
Yeah, I got to show Nora that.
Like that's when all this like fucking like clicked for me like 2 weeks ago when this dropped. I'm like, okay, it changed. It changed. The fact that it is this live contextual thing, like literally math problem, work it out live. And again, it would have given you the answer at any point, but you can use it as your personal tutor. Like, dude, you literally have your teacher at home next to you working on your problems with you. Like,
Will
different,
the
man.
Does the phone app do that?
So yes, it will. That feature's not live yet. They're rolling out all those features like the live camera pass-through stuff. I think over the next few weeks. So right now you could send it a picture and it should be able to do everything it did there. As far as it watching live and interacting live with your camera on, that's not live yet. But again, really soon. Just like the charts, that was live. I think they disabled it and they're going to roll it out again.
Cool.
But I think right now she could take a picture of it and send it and then use voice commands, kind of along the way. That part is live.
Hey, I got to fly, dude.
Cool.
I'm at my shop, but love you,
so
man.
glad
I hope
you
you have
joined.
a great day. Yeah,
Love
likewise,
you too.
man. Okay, chat
Have
soon.
a
All
great
right,
day.
man.
Yep.
Yeah,
See
you
ya.
too.
All right. I think we'll wrap. I didn't get to, our NFT talk. Why don't we do real quick just to look if anybody's still here that wants to see that, but quick price predictions, just quick comments on the floor, and then we'll wrap here in a quick second. Tomorrow I absolutely want to spend more time on this, but oh boy. Puppets, spicy. Very tempted. Node monkeys got swept up. Right? What an about face here we just did. Node monkeys, God, I don't know how many Bitcoin worth of node monkeys were just bought up, but a lot. Jed, how you feeling about where we're at? Are we at the bottom yet? Do you think in ordinals? Because I got some Bitcoin. I am looking to grab something. I just think I think we got a little further to go. And Quantum Cat's still my main target, but dude, a lot of super juicy little opportunities out here. I think. I don't know. Those puppets still calling to me. I was ready at 0.19. I sure as hell should be ready at 0.13. But I don't know, man. I think I'm holding for a bit still. All right, so tell you what. Yeah, okay. If we think the ordinals boom, if we think whatever's coming comes after new all-time high until after that settles and then profits are rolled over into NFTs, then yeah, we got a lot further to fall. That would make a ton of sense. So yeah, maybe now is not the time to be buying that. Maybe it's if you're looking for whatever, for gains to play, it's probably still in meme coins. It probably is in even stuff like AVAX, shit like that, like good solid, altcoins. All right. I think I just want to peek at ETH floor prices, see how those are looking, see if anything's super juicy there. CryptoPunks. Man. I look at this, there's still just nothing I really want to grab. Even Lil Pudgy's at 0.86 is wild, man. Oh, funny, Tobias. We had somebody ask that earlier. Okay, I think the way Henry said it is, I don't think there's a difference of having one versus a bunch because they don't want to encourage people to buy up a bunch and then dump after the fact. So I think with that said, yeah, I don't think there's a magic number. I think 1 is as good as 10 is the way I understood it from Henry. Do with that what you will, sir. And yeah, Steven, I agree. I don't think it's far, especially in crypto. I think we're a matter of, honestly, weeks. I think weeks away from a pump. I think, you've heard me say this, I think the debates are going to cause meme coins to go parabolic. Para-freaking-bolic. Weeks from crypto really, really running. couple months from not just the all-time highs, because I think those could be coming in weeks, but I think months from us starting to get to that peak euphoric part of the market. But what's interesting is I think that lasts all the way till next year. What I picture, don't know if I'm right about this, what I picture is very much how last cycle, and I'm talking about the 21-22 cycle, like kicked off end of summer, and it went all the way through almost midway 2022. I think we're going to see very similar, and again, just on NFTs, but I think crypto will be kind of similar. It's going to be a good long stretch. So I think whenever this comes, we're going to have through early to mid 2025. And when it comes back down, I don't think it goes as low as we were at before. I think it's going to be different. I think the adoption that comes through whatever's happening here brings in so many more users, so many more. And part of that, and maybe I'll end here, part of that is because the tech has gotten so much better. Okay. Saigar tested out the Coinbase wallet, guys, the Coinbase Smart Wallet. This is what's kind of a game changer and helps us adopt users here. I don't think there's any. Let me check if there's audio. I don't think there is. But basically, point here is it's a matter of seconds to create your wallet, right? No wallet. There's no extension. In 20 seconds, mints an NFT and uses your fingerprint to mint, right? Like, check that. Connect to mint. Create a smart wallet. Saves your key in your, I guess, your iCloud in whatever that's called on iPhones. Man, I hate iPhones. I got one. I hate it. Look at that. That's crazy. Onboarding is going to get so much easier, and Base is what a vehicle to onboard people. I'm as bullish on Base as just about anything for mass adoption, and it's coming. And it's coming this cycle, I think, in a very interesting way. Tobias, I'm there with you. I think the same thing. So I have a few. I'm not planning on selling. I'm with you. That wallet's crazy, man. When MetaMask goes that way too, when all these wallets get that upgrade again, it's just so complicated right now. But in a way now it's not. So super crazy. And okay, I said I was going to end there. I'm not. I'm going to end one more story. I think this is fascinating. I can't wait to dive in a little deeper. But this dude questioning, this is really interesting, but Warpcast. It's a pretty bold claim here, but he's looking at this as a shady thing happening here. Basic point here is, who is investing $150 million into a product that has 45,000 daily active users? It's a really, he brings up some very interesting points and is pointing out that ecosystem feels like it's very botted, very, very botted. It's a good read. Okay, I've gotten on Warpcast. I like it. I've not found a lot of content that I like, though. I don't know. I was giga bullish on Warpcast and Farcast. Again, until I got there and there just wasn't much for me. And with that said, I didn't put a ton of time in to really get deeper, like deeper and deeper and deeper. And I think you need to do that. But something about it just feels off. Everybody's saying it is the next thing. For a minute, I thought it was the next thing. And then when it came down to it, I couldn't find content that I loved. I don't know. I'll just say something feels fishy about that whole ecosystem. Even though I think the idea of it's pretty damn cool. We'll see. It's worth a read. It's a pretty damn good read. So drop that in the chat here. And by the way, yes, MetaMask is integrating Bitcoin. So yeah, ordinals and hopefully runes, all that shit. Very interesting. I imagine that's fake, Eduardo. I've heard nothing about pudgy penguins over on Bitcoin. I would imagine that's fake, especially when Luca's been adamant about not minting new collections, right? His goal is driving value to pudgy penguins first, and then he's going to put focus on little pudgies. I can't fathom any new collectibles, any new NFTs, any new anything from them. I would bet you some monies here that's fake. Unless it's more like a one-off collectible, like their toys or something, right? Like those 250 edition really cool toys. If they're minting something like that, like a pure one-off, one-of-one collectible over on Bitcoin, I could see that. But as far as a collection, I don't see it at all. I think it's fake. So yeah, we'll see. Okay, yeah, let me see. Let's take a peek at that. What's his name? It's not. Is it? I thought it was Sheev. I think I'm wrong though. What's? Yeah, remind me his name. If I search Pudgy Penguins, I'm sure he's all over. Oh, okay. Interesting. All right, let's just look at some top comments here. Hopefully people are talking about it. Man, I like Pudgy Penguins a lot. Love those. There we go. Thank you. Oh, huh. Okay. Pudgy Penguins will supposedly release an Ordinals project called Pudgy Polar Bears. Okay, that's interesting. Dude, Eric, it's man, it's a cool race they got going on. Not even a race, man. It's just everybody's going to win in that ecosystem. Dude, I am just so debating grabbing a quantum cat. I really would like an. I want all three, dude. I wanted a live cat. I want a node monkey. I want an OMB. Everything's in a good spot now. I still, when it comes down to it, believe 1 to 3 Bitcoin floor prices for all three of those collections. So you kind of can't go wrong. Yeah, this is interesting though. Luca teased it 1 month ago in AMA. They'll do a Pudgy Bear Ordinals collection. The polar bears being Pudgy Penguin. That's really interesting. I'm gonna go with puppets, and Dead will probably counter me on this or correct me, whatever. But I buy into the idea that you got a lot of puppets holders who maybe don't have bags, right? They're not sitting on a lot. I don't know. I mean, that might be a stupid comment, but a few things. I think the collection's getting watered down with the Lazage collection, whatever it's called, coming over, right? There's like 10K more ordinals in that ecosystem, like, with a similar vibe, right? It's the vibe. So kind of maybe cannibalizing from this. Everything is down though, but I just wonder if there's a lot of guys here where 0.13 Bitcoin or 0.15 and 0.1 when it was up there, it's a lot of money. And if you just believe, like I think all of us do, that these are going to keep falling for a while, people just taking some profits right now while it's there because this probably is going lower. And again, that's in every collection over there. But, I think puppets, for whatever reason, they have the culture, they got the community, but something still feels different compared to node monkeys and compared to quantum cats. Quantum cats, the supply, right? Of course. But between these two, it feels like consensus is out there that node monkeys are the punks. There's something to that. Whether that's true or not, whether that might just be the way I perceive it, and it's my perception of what I think the community has decided. I don't feel like the community has decided it's puppets, so I think puppets they just don't have that type of support yet. I know Dead's a believer long term that they're the ones, and I could totally see it, and I want one. But yeah, puppets, Yeah, tricky. I can see him going lower. I can see him getting just scooped up. Yeah, that's the thing, Tickle. It's so tricky. I think it's a lot of guys who maybe didn't have a ton of money, or who I don't know. That's just my gut. Puppets has got the culture, right? And to me, it's like dick butts and all those other kind of things that in the bear market suffered quite a lot too. You know, when it comes down to it, it's like in the end, I have this funny thing, but in a bear market, the funny thing's not funny. None of our JPEGs looked that cool when the prices were going down, and it's just that situation, I think, playing out again. Yeah, Eduardo, I'm with you. It's the same. It's everything you guys know already. My bets on Node Monkeys, Puppets, Quantum Cats, OMB. Right, those are the four. And I can't help but put either Quantum Cats or Node Monkeys at the top. I know others that put OMB at the top, and probably, rightfully so. Like, I understand why they do. It just feels like consensus is on Node Monkeys. And I just think Quantum Cats has that chance because the collection's so tiny. 3,300. Just 3,300, man. Very tempting here. Very freaking tempting. Yeah, you can't lose with any of them, and that includes Puppets. You can't. I cannot see you losing on that. That peak of the market, dude. People are gonna eat these up. They're gonna love them. People are gonna get very, very rich this cycle. Very rich, and a lot of people who maybe weren't last cycle and are not currently. Some guys who for the first time are stacking. Use me as your use case. I've never stacked Bitcoin before, and through ordinals, I'm just starting to. I would imagine if I walk away with a few Bitcoin, let's play out the scenario. Like let me see if I would be likely to do this. If I walk away with, let's say, 5 Bitcoin this cycle, would I spend half a Bitcoin or one when I'm euphoric on that shit, on what I think is the crypto punk of this space? Yeah. If I thought Node Monkeys were the crypto punk and I made 5 Bitcoin already, would I spend one to have that? I would. And then I'll picture that scenario with guys who are going to make a lot more than me, guys who've been playing this hard and are making 10, 20, 30 Bitcoin this cycle. Will they spend 1 or 2 or 3? And the answer again is yes. I think so. Oh, interesting. Okay. All right. Good shit, Lemon. Appreciate you clearing that up. Nice, Tickle. What will you get it for? Yeah, I got to start liquidiuming. Yeah. Dead. When world peace explodes in price, that's the pups token, or is that a token actually called world peace? Damn, I just want to grab something. I really do. I don't want to miss. This is like a little FOMO. I don't want to miss a Node Monkey. I'll say this. I might get ready. So if I see a very nice Node Monkey hit the floor, that might be how I play this stuff. Just be ready for a grail and know that I'm going to sit on it long, like 6 months, maybe longer. But if you can get a grail at these prices, we've seen Node Monkeys get up to like 0.7, 0.8. Well, we know they'll get there again. So if you can get a grail here, you could lock yourself in a very, very nice return on that down the road. Again, same with puppets. I don't know if grails matter as much in that collection. I don't know enough about it. And then Quantum Cats again. You know my feelings, my thoughts on those, so... Jesus. Yeah. Yeah, dude, Eric, that's where it gets pretty interesting too for Quantum Cats. Again, tiny supply. OpCat is coming, dudes. It's coming. When that gets implemented on mainnet, you know, they will benefit from it. We're going to see silly prices here. And keep in mind, we've still not seen these evolve in months at this point. And these things got like 10 more evolutions to go, I think. So this collection's got it's going to make a lot of noise. Each evolution, people tweeting about it, getting excited. They're going to end up looking cool as fuck by the end. They got a lot going for them. But again, especially the supply. There's just so few. There's just so few of them. In the next weeks. Eduardo, I think that's very possible. I think that's very possible. I wonder what it's at now. Let's peek. Let's peek at runes. We're going to boogie. What are we at? 400. Yeah. Yeah, dude. I think very, very fucking possible. How's Decentralized doing? 39 mil. Yeah. Just like ordinals are very tempting to me too. A lot of these runes are right now. Very tempted by a lot of these. Dude, lots of opportunities out there. It's exciting. It's just going to remain exciting here for a bit. I realized, by the way, I didn't even peek at the leaderboard this morning. No clue what's what. All right, nothing crazy out here. Oh, dude, I just realized I had music playing. Hope that wasn't too loud on you. Yeah, good looking shit. Nothing wild. Big Boogle sale. These things always, man, $250,000. Nice OMB. Very nice. Bunch of crypto punks. Man, those prices just youch. Yeah. Anyway, guys, gonna wrap. Appreciate the hell out of you guys joining. Cool as hell to have Henry come in for a bit. Hanging. Felt like the old days. I will keep you posted, guys, on the show updates. When and where and all that stuff. But yeah, cool shit coming. Hope your day's fantastic. If I don't see you tomorrow, which I will be live tomorrow morning, same time, 8:15 a.m. Eastern time. If I don't see you, though, hope your whole damn weekend's great. And on that, we're out. We'll see you fucking later.
We're the non-fungible idiots, don't you know? Banging our heads to the rhythm of the code. We don't care about dollars or the shiny blade. We're just holding to zero. It's our everything. Round tripping positions, that's how we roll. We won't make $1, won't sell a thing. We're the zero holders, our anthem we sing. Zero holders, our anthem we sing. Zero holders, we're the kings of the sea.